And May is Asian American, Native Hawaiian, and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And all month long, KVUE News Midday is recognizing Asian Americans and their role making Austin a better place to live. And it's hard to have this conversation without Lily True. She is the co-founder, executive director of Asian Texans for Justice. Welcome, Lily. You've been here before, so we love seeing you back.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. All right. So you helped form this group 4 years ago. So give us the reasons for starting this group and kind of remind us what was happening at the time.
Yeah, well, Jenny, you were kind of a part of the founding, so love to be here to tell the story. But we were founded in 2021, and Austinites might remember this was during the peak of anti-Asian violence and hate. We were just seeing a lot of really aggressive, scary things happening to the community. So myself and a couple of Austin-based organizers, we actually planned a Stop Asian Hate rally at the Houston-Tilson campus, where you were one of our speakers. And the community just really showed up and were so supportive, and we were able to raise a little bit of money that year with kind of organizing this rally. And that was the funding that we used to start this new organization that has been serving the community ever since 2021.
And tell us the purpose of the organization. You've been an activist for years, but what does this group, what do they do?
Absolutely. So at Asian Texans for Justice, our vision is that we want to see a Texas where all people can feel bold in their belonging, not just Asian Americans, but really everyone.
All groups.
And the way we do that is we really believe in harnessing the power of civic engagement and democratic participation. So what we do is we register voters, we inform voters, we mobilize them, but we really cater to the Asian community, which means we do it in Asian languages. We talk about issues that Asian Americans care about, and we really try to appeal to their lived experiences to connect them to elections and to the Texas legislature, which is in session right now. And so we're really proud of our work.
Yeah, speaking of the Texas legislature, what are some of the challenges your group is tackling right now?
Yeah, for the last 2 years, we've been really fighting hard against this idea of an alien land law. And unfortunately, it did pass yesterday, and it's on the floor again today for a third reading. But essentially, we're facing a lot of legislation that is framing Asians as somehow being not loyal to America, or that Asians are somehow a threat. And we're really trying to push against that narrative. My parents were immigrants. My parents were refugees from Vietnam. And if you had asked them in the 70s and 80s, a lot of Americans would have said that, there are communists in Vietnam and they're scary. And so, we really want to push back against that narrative, because immigrants are a really important part of our community here in Texas, in the US, and we want to make sure that they feel welcomed. And so we're really trying to push back against bills like SB 17, this alien land law.
Yeah, and before we go, can you compare to how things are now and 4 years ago? Are they better or they're worse?
Some things are better, some things are worse. Asian Americans are more politically involved and engaged than I've ever seen them before, which is fantastic. The things that are worse is, the violence is still happening. Racism is still happening, and we're really not seeing the same level of media attention. And so I think some members of the community are feeling a little left behind, and they're feeling kind of scared. So we're really trying to help to amplify those fears, and so that we can kind of all come together and support one another.
Lily True, thank you so much for dropping by. Of course, we can talk much more about this, but we've run out of time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.